What if I told you that the riches you have been wishing for are already traveling to you right now, and the only barrier between you and that major success is understanding how to tune yourself in with the vibration of plenty? I know that might seem out of reach, especially if you have been struggling with money for what feels like a very long time. But please stay here with me until the very end of this video, because what you are about to find out has already changed people's lives in ways that might seem almost beyond belief. Only 3 days ago, I got an email from David in Chicago. He told me something that gave me a shiver. After many years of financial struggle, just managing to get by, he went through something he calls a miracle. Within 24 hours of using the teaching I am about to share with you, he got an unexpected payment of $3,000 in his bank account. Now, before you brush this off as mere luck or a fluke, let me tell you about Linda. She runs a small internet business that had been barely staying afloat, maybe getting one sale here and there, nothing steady. But then something changed. After she aligned herself with what Florence Scovel Shinn called the heavenly source, her entire shop sold out in just a few days. Has this ever happened to you? You try every method, work very hard, pray even more intently, but the money simply does not appear. But before we explore this further, please press the like button and let me know where you are viewing from today. It is always interesting to see who is joining us from all parts of the world. And if you have not done so already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and activate the notification bell so you do not miss any of our videos in the future. Here is what most people do not comprehend about money and plenty. Florence Scovel Shinn, one of the greatest instructors of wealth awareness, taught us something very deep. What a person declares, they begin to draw to them. Ponder that for a moment. Your words are not just sounds moving in the air. They are creative forces that shape your reality. When David announced his prosperity, when Linda spoke abundance over her business, they were not just hoping or wishing, they were activating something much deeper, something that exists in the unseen world before it appears in the physical world. You see, Scovel Shinn also taught us that the experience of life is like a game of boomerangs. Whatever energy you release into the cosmos comes back to you, often multiplied. But here is where it gets interesting. And what you are about to discover might surprise you. Most people have been sending out the incorrect signal their whole lives without even realizing it. They have been tuned into the frequency of lack, of struggle, of not having enough. And then they wonder why money seems to steer clear of them like they have some kind of hidden repellent force. Right now, as you are reading these words, something is already beginning to shift in your energy field. You did not find this message by chance. There is a reason you are here at this precise moment. And what I am about to uncover for you about the spiritual laws of prosperity is going to completely alter the way you think about money, success, and your own right to welcome plenty. Let me tell you about Sam. For several months, he had been pursuing this one client, a high-paying chance that could completely change everything for his business. He did all the standard things, followed up, sent proposals, made phone calls, but nothing was effective. Then something shifted in his way of thinking. A major change in how he approached not just this client, but his entire connection with prosperity. Within a few days, that client who had been saying, perhaps later, suddenly said yes. Florence Scovel Shinn understood this concept deeply when she wrote, "There are no roadblocks in the divine mind. Therefore there can be no roadblocks in my way." Sam stopped seeing the client as an obstacle to conquer and started seeing himself as someone who naturally pulls in high-value opportunities. But here is where this journey becomes truly captivating. And this is the hidden truth that most people never find out. The money does not show up after you do the work. It begins moving toward you the moment your energy shifts. David, Linda, Sam, they all reported something remarkable. The breakthrough started happening before they even finished getting into alignment with this frequency. Money appeared, opportunities opened, doors that had been locked suddenly swung wide open, all while they were still in the process of change. This is not magical thinking. This is understanding how the universe truly functions behind the scenes. Scovel Shinn taught that faith knows it has already taken possession and acts in line with that belief. Think about the huge impact of that statement on your daily choices. When you have faith, true faith, you do not wait for the proof to believe. You believe first and the proof follows. That is the natural order of manifestation. The spiritual realm answers your conviction, not your doubt. Your inner certainty creates an energetic blueprint that physical reality must follow. If this connected with you, subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next message that is intended to reach you. There is so much more we are going to explore together about releasing your divine prosperity. Most people have been taught in reverse. They think, show me the money, then I will believe. But the laws of prosperity work the opposite way. You must embody the awareness of abundance first, feel it as already done, speak it as already true, and then watch as the universe rearranges events to match your inner state. This is why David received money within 24 hours. This is why Linda's business grew so fast. This is why Sam finally secured that client. They aligned first, then reality changed to meet them. Now, I want to go even deeper into this disclosure, because understanding the mechanism of how this truly works will change everything for you. Write in the comments, I receive abundance. Now, if this connects with you, there is something I need you to grasp about this very moment. Your presence here, reading these words right now, is not a random chance event. The universe operates with exactness, setting up encounters and revelations at the perfect moment for each person's journey. Think about all the choices you made today that brought you here. The decisions, the clicks, the seemingly ordinary moments that led you to this exact message at this exact hour. Florence Scovel Shinn understood this divine arrangement when she taught that unexpected avenues are unused by God, and He now opens His unexpected channels of supply. You are standing at one of those unexpected avenues right now. The universe has been getting you ready for this financial breakthrough, moving pieces behind the scenes while you were focused on your daily struggles. Every difficulty you faced, every bill that caused you stress, every moment you wondered if things would ever be different, all of it was guiding you to this point of change. This is not just inspiring talk. This is recognizing the hidden reality about how divine timing operates. When you are ready to receive, the message shows up. When you are aligned for breakthrough, the path reveals itself. Now, here is where your involvement becomes vital. And this is going to feel different from anything you have done before. The act of declaring your prosperity is not passive wishful thinking. It is an energetic action that sends ripples through the spiritual realm. When you speak words of abundance, when you claim your blessings by your spiritual right, you are not begging or hoping. You are announcing a truth that already exists in the quantum space of endless possibilities. Scovel Shinn was completely clear about this. By your words you are justified, and by your words you are condemned. Your words possess creative power. They shape your reality more than any action you could take in the physical world. This is why I am going to ask you to do something that might seem simple but carries immense impact. When you engage with this message, when you declare, I claim my blessings by my divine right, you are taking part in an ancient spiritual law. You are speaking life into your financial situation. You are aligning your awareness with the vibration of plenty. This is not superstition. This is understanding that your voice, your declaration, your willingness to claim what belongs to you creates an energetic shift that the universe must answer to. Think about the meaning of this revelation. How many times have you spoken words of lack over your life? How often have you said, I cannot afford it, or money is tight, or I never have enough? Each of those statements was also a declaration, but one that strengthens scarcity. Every word you speak is programming your inner mind and sending a signal to the universe about what you expect to welcome. The transformation begins when you deliberately choose different words. Words that reflect the abundance you desire rather than the lack you currently see. What I am sharing with you goes beyond mere positive thinking. This is about recognizing your spiritual right to prosperity and speaking it into reality with authority and conviction. Put in the comments, I claim my divine prosperity, if you are ready to step into this truth. When you say the words, by my divine right, you are connecting with something that goes far deeper than most people realize. This is not about asking for permission or hoping that maybe if you are lucky, prosperity might come your way. This is about recognizing a fundamental truth that has been hidden under years of conditioning and false beliefs. Abundance is your spiritual inheritance. It is woven into the very texture of your existence. Florence Scovel Shinn understood this when she stated, God's will for me is perfect health, happiness, and prosperity. Notice she did not say God's will might be prosperity or could be prosperity if you work hard enough. She said it is prosperity. That is your birthright, your natural state, the default setting of your soul before the world taught you otherwise. Most people approach money like beggars at a gate, hoping for scraps, grateful for whatever small amount they can receive. But that mindset keeps you trapped in lack. The transformation happens when you shift from asking to claiming, from hoping to knowing, from begging to receiving what already belongs to you. This is not arrogance. This is alignment with spiritual law. The universe does not respond to desperation or pleading. It responds to certainty, to conviction, to someone who knows their worth and is not afraid to claim it. Here is the revelation that changes everything. Your waiting period is over right now, not tomorrow. Not when you finally get that promotion or when your circumstances change. Right now, as you absorb these words, you are moving from a season of preparation into a season of reception. All those years of struggle, all those moments when you wondered if your breakthrough would ever arrive, they were not wasted time. They were building something inside you, strengthening your spirit, increasing your ability to receive and handle the abundance that is now ready to flow into your life. Scovel Shinn wrote something profound. The long arm of God reaches out over people and conditions, controlling the situation and protecting my interests. Think about the impact of that statement on your current situation. While you have been focused on your problems, worried about your bills, stressed about your finances, the divine has been working behind the scenes. That long arm has been reaching across time and space, organizing circumstances, positioning people, opening doors, all arranged to bring your harvest to you at the exact right moment. The waiting period ends when you decide it ends. Not when your bank account looks different, not when external events shift, but when you declare internally that you are done preparing and ready to receive. This is a choice, a decision you make in your awareness that sends powerful waves through the spiritual realm. You are no longer in training. You are no longer getting ready. You are ready now, and the universe is about to prove it to you in ways you could not have imagined. Now, let me show you exactly what happens energetically when you make this shift from waiting to receiving. Write, "My harvest is here," in the comments if you can feel this truth resonating in your spirit. I know what you might be thinking right now. You have tried this before, have you not? You have watched videos about manifestation, read books about the law of attraction, maybe even prayed intensely for things to change, and nothing happened. Or worse, things got harder. Those disappointments, those moments when you felt silly for believing, when you wondered if any of this spiritual work actually works, they cut deep. They made you skeptical, careful, afraid to hope again because hoping and failing hurts more than not hoping at all. But here is the hidden reality that nobody tells you about those so-called failures. Florence Scovel Shinn revealed something that completely reshapes every disappointment you have ever had. Every disappointment is a blessing in disguise. Those delays were not the universe ignoring you. They were not proof that you are somehow not worthy or that these principles do not work. They were divine arrangement preparing you, positioning you, building something in your character that you needed before you could handle the level of abundance that is coming your way. Now, think about it from a different viewpoint. If David had received that 3,005 years ago when he first started looking for financial breakthrough, would he have been prepared? Would he have had the wisdom to manage it properly? Sometimes the journey through struggle teaches you things that prosperity never could. It teaches you resilience, thankfulness, good judgment. It shows you who you really are when everything is taken away. Those were not wasted years. They were your foundation being built, your capacity being expanded, your spirit being strengthened for what is about to happen. Every unsuccessful attempt at manifestation was actually preparing you for this moment. You are not starting from nothing. You are starting with all the wisdom, all the growth, all the transformation that came from those experiences, and now you are ready in a way you never were before. The universe does not operate on your timeline. It operates on divine timing, and divine timing is always perfect, even when it feels frustratingly slow from your limited human view. Here is something that might give you shivers. You have not just happened upon this message. Out of billions of people on this planet, millions of videos online, countless pieces of content vying for attention, you found this one. Or rather, it found you. Because you have been specifically chosen for a financial upliftment. This is not me trying to make you feel unique. This is me revealing how the universe truly works behind the scenes. Scovel Shinn taught that the divine design of my life now takes shape in definite concrete experiences leading to my heart's desire. There is a design, a blueprint, a plan for your life that has been in motion since before you were born. Every experience you have had, every choice you have made, every twist and turn in your journey has been leading you to this exact moment of revelation. The universe needed you to be exactly where you are right now, with exactly the experiences you have gathered to receive what is coming. This is not about luck or chance. This is about divine selection, about being chosen for breakthrough because you are finally ready to receive it and use it in harmony with your purpose. Let me show you what happens next when you truly understand this level of divine orchestration. Type, "I am ready," if you recognize yourself in this journey. When you look back at your financial struggles, I want you to see them through completely new eyes. Those moments when you could not pay the bills, when you had to choose between necessities, when you felt the weight of lack pressing down on you. They were not proof that you were failing at life. They were the universe doing something profound beneath the surface of your awareness. Florence Scovel Shinn revealed a truth that most people never discover. Every man has within himself a gold mine. Notice she did not say some people have gold mines or rich people have gold mines. She said every person carries this treasure within them. Your struggles were not blocking you from that gold mine. They were actually clearing the path to it. Think about real gold mining for a moment. Before you can take out the gold, you have to dig through layers of rock and dirt. You have to break through hard surfaces. From the outside, it looks like destruction, like nothing valuable is happening. But every strike of the pickaxe, Every shovel full of earth removed is necessary to reach the treasure that was always there, waiting beneath the surface. Your financial difficulties were that digging process. They were removing the layers of false beliefs, clearing away the conditioning that told you money was hard to get, or that you were not worthy of plenty. Show Me This message reached you by pressing that like button. It is a simple way to say yes to your abundance and help this reach someone else who needs to hear it right now. Every time you kept going through hardship, you were digging deeper into your own inner gold mine. Every time you chose hope over despair, even when your circumstances screamed otherwise, you were clearing another layer. The treasure was always there. The abundance was always within you. It just needed the journey, the transformation, the character development that only struggle can provide to fully reveal itself. Now, let me share something that will change your entire outlook on waiting. You know how a farmer plants seeds in the ground? For weeks, sometimes months, nothing appears above the soil. If you did not know better, you would think nothing was happening. You might even think the seeds died, that your effort was wasted. But beneath that dirt, hidden from sight, an entire universe of activity is taking place. Roots are spreading, drawing nutrients from the soil. The seed is transforming, breaking open, sending shoots downward and upward. All of this amazing growth is happening in the dark, in the unseen places where no one can see. Your blessings have been doing exactly this. While you have been looking at your bank account, at your circumstances, at the visible proof, and wondering when things would change, the universe has been working in the invisible realm. Scovel Shinn understood this when she prayed, "Infinite Spirit, open the way for my great abundance. I am an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to me by divine right." She knew that abundance grows first in the unseen dimensions before it appears in physical reality. Those roots of prosperity have been growing beneath your awareness, strengthening, expanding, preparing for the moment when they break through the surface, and you finally see the harvest that was developing all along. The waiting was not punishment. It was germination. And just like a seed that is about to sprout, there is always that final moment underground, right before the breakthrough becomes visible. What I am about to reveal next will show you exactly where you are in this growth cycle right now. Comment, "My roots are strong," if this comparison connects with your journey. You have been living in what I call the underground growth phase, and most people give up right before they break through because they cannot see what is happening beneath the surface. This is where faith becomes absolutely vital. Florence Scovel Shinn taught something that sounds almost impossible when you are in the middle of struggle. Man must prepare for the thing he has asked, for when there isn't the slightest sign of it in sight. Read that again. When there is not the slightest sign, not when you see a little progress, not when things start getting better, when there is absolutely no visible proof that anything is working. This is the trial that separates those who receive breakthrough from those who stay stuck in cycles of almost. The universe is watching to see if you will keep your faith, your declarations, your alignment with abundance even when your physical circumstances are screaming the opposite message. Because here is what is really happening in that underground phase. You are establishing roots in the spiritual realm that are so deep, so strong, so firm that when your harvest finally breaks through the surface, nothing will be able to stop it or take it away from you. Those roots of prosperity are not just about money coming to you. They are about you becoming someone who can receive it, hold it, multiply it, and use it wisely. The universe has been building something in you during this invisible growth phase. It has been developing your character, your wisdom, your ability to manage abundance in harmony with your divine purpose. If the money had arrived earlier before those roots were established, it would have slipped away through your fingers like water through a sieve.